Welcome to Mishna study Masechet Shekalim Perek Aleph Mishnah Vav. Over here in this Mishnah, we're going to discuss who is obligated in the Kolbon. So the Kolbon is an exchange fee. So let's just back out a second. Everyone comes and they have to give a Mahatzita Shekel, right? The Mahatzita Shekel, the value of it, let's say today, Hanabam says in Luchot Shekalim that it's the Mahatzita Shekel is worth 160 grains of barley, right? That's the weight of it. Right, so if that's approximately, let's say, 8 ounces. So with today's value of 78 cents an ounce for silver, it comes out to about 6.25, right? $6.25. That's really what it comes out to. Right, based off Hanabam's calculation, that a mahatzita shekel is worth the weight of 160 grains of barley. Right, so take those grains of barley, translate it into the weight of silver, and that should be the value. Okay, so let's say it's around 6.25. Now, a person comes and he has to give that mahatzita shekel. Now, I just point out also, when the Torah terms a shekel and the Mishnah calls a shekel, right, they have two different meanings, right? It's just a little confusing. When the Torah says a shekel, already by the time of the Mishnah, right, that was worth, 1 shekel of Torah was worth 2 shekalim of the Mishnah, right? So let's call, right, the real value of a shekel of the Torah is a selah of the Mishnah. Right, and the selah has 2 shekalim, in it, 4 half shekalim in it. Right, so it's just interesting how the evolvement of language and even the, just basic, the currency, the way it changed over time and devalued over time. So, right, that 1 shekel of the Torah is equal, to 2 shekalim of the Mishnah, the selah of the Mishnah. So when a person comes and he has to give his mahatzita shekel, if he comes and he doesn't have a mahatzita shekel on him, let's say he has a shekel on him, and he has to go ahead and, he's going to pay that instead. He wants to cover that for 2 people. He needs to pay an exchange fee, right? He's giving those 2 half shekalim to the mikdash, right? But now someone needs to go ahead and change that shekel into 2 half shekalim. Now there was a cost to doing that. That's what they had money changers for. Right? It wasn't just to change, we use it today for foreign currencies, but then also if they wanted to go ahead and change a shekel into half shekalim, there would be a fee to pay for that. Now, who has to pay that fee? So we're going to say the person himself needs to pay that fee, and that fee shouldn't come out of the Bet HaMikdash's side. So, Elu Hayavim BaKolbon, who's obligated to pay this exchange fee of the Kolbon? Nevi'im Yisrael vegerim va'avadim meshuchrarim. Right, so Levi, Israel, Ger, and a freed slave, all these people are obligated in mahatzita shekel, so they're going to have to pay the kolban, the exchange fee, if they need to change. Right? But not women, slaves, and children. Why? Because they're not obligated in mahatzita shekel. So if they're going to give it out of, on their own, we're not going to tell them, okay, you have to give an exchange fee also. Right? They're making a donation. Right, they're donating. We're not going to, force them to pay the right that exchange fee. Right, it's almost like today. A person makes a donation. Right, you're not going to force them to pay the the credit card fee. Right, but someone that's obligated to pay something, we may make him pay that additional credit card fee. Now the Mishnah continues. Hashukel al yedei ha'eved. על ידי האישה, על ידי הכהן, ועל ידי, על יד הקטן, right? So על יד העבד, על יד האישה, על יד הכהן, על יד הקטן. So a person is giving for the slave, or for a woman, or for a kohen, or for a katan, patur, right? He's patur from giving this kolbon, right? Why? Because these people aren't obligated in the, in the mahatzita shekel. So a person is doing it a hasidut and he's paying for them. So we're not going to force him to pay the additional exchange fee. Al yado ve'al havero, if a person is paying for himself and for his friend, hayav bekolbon echad, then he's obligated to pay 1 kolbon. Right? Now he has 1 shekel, and he's paying for him and his friend, so he has to pay 1 kolbon. Rabbi Meir omer shne kolbonot. Rabbi Meir says no, he has to pay 2 kolbon. Right? Why do he have to pay 2? Because 1 for him and 1 for his friend. It's going to be Meir. And the Mishnah continues according to everyone. This is what Hanabam explains it. Now, tad selah litol shekel. If a person gave a selah in order to get back a shekel, hayav shene kulbonot. Right? This everyone agrees. So a person gives a selah, right? A selah is worth, again, a selah is worth 2 shekalim, 2 whole shekalim, right? Then he's going to be obligated to do 2 kolbonot because he's making 2 exchanges over here, right? One is changing the selah into a shekel, and then he's giving a shekel to cover maybe him and his friend and whatever he needs to do. So he's going to be obligated to give 2 kolbonot. Halacha is like here, like this in Mishna. Halacha is not like Rabbi Meir. Rather, if a person gives for him and his friend, he only needs to give 1 kolbon. Right? The kolbon, by the way, is about 2%. We'll see a little later. 2% of the entire mahatzit shekel. So if the mahatzit shekel came out to 6 1/4, right? The kolbon is going to be, roughly 12 cents. Right? That's the going to be the value of the kolbon that we're talking about that he has to pay up in this Mishnah.